Hey guys, it is Pharaoh TV here with the one deck you guys asked me the most about. It is the beginner deck. Why is this a beginner deck? Well, it doesn't even require a single champion card. As you can see here, no champion is in this deck. And why is it a beginner deck? It's also the downside of the deck. It doesn't really unfold the magic of Legends of Runeterra because it is nothing but straight face damage. If you've played Hearthstone, it's basically Face Hunter or Zoo Hunter, you know? The energy curve of this deck is extremely low. We play low cards that in some way, shape or form do damage to the enemy Nexus, directly or with some kind of synergy. One of the most popular combinations would probably be the Crimson Disciple, you know, when I survive damage, deal 2 to the enemy Nexus. And we can trigger this with a Transfusion, for example. We can trigger it with, where do we have him? The Imperial Demolitionist. Deal 1 to an ally unit to deal 2 to the enemy Nexus. So if we do this, if we trigger this card on the Crimson Disciple, boom, 4 damage to the enemy Nexus. And we also have 2 totally fine stats cards on the board, you know, speed, speed, speed. That means, of course, Pharaoh, I kind of want to put a champion in. What champion would be viable? That would definitely be Jinx, because as I mentioned before, you are drawing all those cards pretty damn quickly, and you even like have some discard going on. So if you play this, you lose 2 cards with an already really low energy curve. You will be empty-handed rather quickly. That's where Jinx comes in. That's where Jinx ability gets triggered. So we could put her in, and you even start out the game with a Jinx anyway. The next card would be Draven, works kind of similar, extra damage, and also a more interesting new card to play is Swain. You could play Swain in the burn deck because you've dealt 12 non-combat damage with Swain without any champion or any unit facing it directly. Then you will upgrade him. So he also kind of works in this sort of deck. So if you want to put some flavor in here, you can play that. A really uncommon option, I'd say, could be Teemo, because I mean those poison puff caps also deal the damage to the Nexus directly. However, there's no real synergy going on with him because we do not have any peddlers in there, puff cap peddlers. But hey, maybe you come up with your own version of the burn deck, including Teemo and puff cap peddlers, but that's up to you. So I guess this is kind of what the deck is. All this stuff can directly attack the Nexus, and I'm just gonna play a game to showcase it to you a bit more closely. I think the cost of this deck is like 5,000 or 6,000. I mean, you can unlock this so fast because it's pretty much all common and wild cards. And I mean, you get so many common and rare cards, and you get so many wild cards of common and rare cards that you can really, really, really easily just create this deck. Alright, I talked enough, I think. Let's jump into a game and see how we're doing. I can already tell you we're doing pretty good because this game, this deck is top tier. It's one of the best decks out there, and it's so accessible. The games are so fast. If you want to be efficient, you know, grind those daily experience or just play a little game in between, you know, lunch break, perfect deck for that. However, of course, the experience you get is almost always the same. You either win pretty quickly or you lose pretty quickly, and you don't have those crazy plays. But hey, if you go for a short amount of time and want to be efficient, this is your deck. We're playing the deep deck. I have pretty much presented my version of the deep deck already in yesterday's video. Check that out for sure. It's a good fun with one of the craziest, or maybe the craziest RNG card in this game, which is the Treasure Trove. So we're actually in for a really, really amazing, like not perfect, like we would like to have one drop definitely, which is most of the time 3 damage in round 1. It's pretty great. But we also have like 2 really nice consistent damaging cards, and we have Imperial Demolitionist, Crimson Disciple, and Transfusion. which is really, really good. Alright, we sadly have to pass this one. Though he would have had a blocking boy anyway, I guess. Let's skip this block. And now let's play the Boomcrew rookie.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
Yeah, interesting enough, I guess. Okay, we're actually going in. Just attacking. Just attacking with those here is 5 damage.
Just gonna put this here.
Behind ya.
And funny enough, none of them can block me. This guy can't even attack or block. So we're killing this.
Better run.
And it survives anyway. This even does an additional bonus damage. So we are at 6 damage already. Next turn we got the sweet combos going on.
The rot must be
that is a very early Maokai.
Oh, I can't wait.
Alright. Gotta say goodbye to him, I guess. Unless... Unless we deal 2 damage to the enemy Nexus to make him survive and deal next round again 2 damage to the enemy Nexus. Is this disgusting? Maybe. Alright. Should I play more? Should I play even more already to do some bonus damage? Actually, yes, why not? Let's do that. We attack with those 3, leave her here to chip her gently with the Demolitionist. But yeah, him attacking 2 damage is 5 damage, makes it 7. That was a pretty sweet play by him, I must say. He interrupts our combo here with this. But it also means that he has no mana to spend anymore. Now the obvious would be to block this with Maokai.
Make it worth my while.
Okay. He even grants us the bonus damage. I'll take it.
Time to go.
He's at 9 now.
Backfired.
So now it's time to scare him a little bit, I would say. Because maybe he's got to do like some random healing. Because he will be scared by having only 5 health, with me having 3 cards. And rightfully so. Let me say that. Wow. That is honestly kind of risky. We will play 1.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Because playing 1 means his sapling still can't kill him. Yep, he survives with 1 health for now. Also, he has no mana. Well, what do you guys think? The thing with this deck is, it either works or it doesn't. You will have games where you just don't draw right and the enemy draws the right thing because you rely on your shit just working and the enemy not healing enough. But most of the time, people cannot just build a deck against the burn deck. Everyone has something in there, like one of the greatest cards being Withering Wail, for example, which deals 1 damage to all of your enemies while healing themselves by 3. We can actually talk about a few counters here. But yeah, most of the time you're just screwed, you know. And you don't wanna put too much of this stuff into your deck because it's not very good against many other decks. So just to show you the card, that is something that you want to have in your deck at the moment if you play Shadow Isle, because deal 1 to all enemy units, heal 3 to your Nexus as well. It beats 2 things with one card. That is all the 1-drops that I have in my deck. You know, there's the spiders, there's the how they call it, not Demolitionist. I think Demolitionist is a 2-drop. Maybe it is. It's a 1 cost with 1 health as well. You know, you take out all of those, you heal yourself as well. Also, we keep pinging our own units a little bit lower where they're often on 1. So Withering Wail, extremely good card. There's also obviously the good old spell card from the Bilgewater, which is Make It Rain. Deal 1 to 3 different random enemies. Though, if you're facing Bilgewater and he's playing Gangplank or Misfortune, you can expect Make It Rain because of more powder, or like Cax in general. However, what that means is you also have your beautiful aristocrat, and she's kind of hot. Let's be real. Not only Crimson Disciple. Sorry, I messed it up. The names of those Crimson units, but yeah, she is obviously a great counter against Make It Rain again, and also against the Withering Rail. Well, not a perfect counter, but yeah, she's nastiness perfection in this burn deck. Like, she's probably one of the most important cards to counter the enemy counters. I think you know where I'm getting at. Have fun with this deck, try it out, tell me how you do, tell me if you put some champs in. Very often I am in the position of really would like to have a Jinx. I feel like Jinx could be really good in here because it's very likely that you empty your hand. And Jinx with an empty hand, let's look at the card for once actually. When she levels up, you draw 1 card every time. This card does not have card draw, not very much at least. This deck, I mean. So Jinx would come in really handy and also creates, well, an incredible rocket every time you are out of cards again. And I mean, this is perfect for the burn deck, obviously. So if you want to put 1 Jinx in, I can recommend it for you. I just wanted to show you this deck, how it's normally played without champions, being very cheap. But you have 1 Jinx for free anyway, and it's just more fun and just more satisfying to be able to fire this rocket. Now, as always, I would really appreciate if you like, comment and subscribe to my channel, because Legends of Runeterra is definitely my passion. From all the games I play at the moment, this is the game I want to make the most content of. I want to stream the most. So also feel free to subscribe to my Twitch, where I stream Legends of Runeterra quite a bit. I did actually like an 8-hour hustle Runeterra climb this weekend, last weekend, and I probably do one this weekend as well. So I'll see you over there, and thank you for all of your support. Goodbye.